What's up, you guys? It's definitely been a minute since I've made a video or anything. Um, so I'm definitely trying to bring the channel back. 2025 has definitely been a really rough year. I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people. Just wanted to come back. I miss making content. I miss making videos. So one thing I also really missed doing was making vlogs or vlog videos, and I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, but I have nuked my channel and a lot of my other social media accounts several times, and it's because I'm not happy with the quality of my content. Well, that being the main thing, is I'm not happy with the quality of my content, and I wanted my content and videos to look good instead of the first reaction of people being negative because the quality is so poor or not the standard quality. Because I'm not an editor. I'm not really good at editing videos. I do know how to edit videos, just not well. So videos that I've made before on the channel and this video right now is going to be edited by me. It's, simple edits. But as far as like layering videos, layering audio, making sure everything's lined up and everything, there's just a lot of things that I don't know yet. So it's been a learning curve for as long as I've been trying to do YouTube or trying to make videos for fun, and that's kind of more of why I'm trying to do this again, is because this year has been really hard for me. I lost a lot of people. Let me rephrase that. I've had a lot of people walk out of my life. People that just don't want to be friends anymore, people that just don't want to, more or less that situation. And I consider myself to be a good person and a good friend. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely have done things in friendships and relationships that weren't the greatest, but when someone just up and randomly just stops talking to you, ghosts you, stops replying to you, doesn't take the time out of their day for you, having someone walk out of your life like that, it's really hard, especially when they were one of your closest friends. And I'm not saying, if for whatever reason that friend ends up seeing this, or if for whatever reason that friend ends up seeing this video or hears me talking about this part or anything, I just want them to know that they were a good, beloved friend. I understand that they were struggling and going through their own hardships, and I was there, tried to be there for them as much as possible. But I just don't understand what I did do wrong, if I did do something wrong, or what it was. But if they end up seeing this, I just want them to know that I don't hate them. I still care for them. They're very good friends of mine. I just want to know what happened. But I ended up losing a lot of myself, emotionally wise. I just almost going through a identity crisis of losing who I am, losing who I thought I was, trying to figure out who I need to be for myself. And it's been a really rough year of healing, and not healing well. I'm sure everyone's had rough years before, and it's never easy for anyone to go through hardships with friends or mental breakdowns and anything. But I want this to be a vlog series where I open up and talk about myself or show you guys inside of my life or anything. I tried doing this before and I just ended up deleting like 20 videos because I was self-conscious, and I'm tired of that. I'm tired of doing that. But anyways, so I want to get back to doing things on the YouTube channel that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Such as drum covers, guitar covers, maybe some vocal covers, bass guitar covers. I love doing gear reviews. I would love to show you guys my guitar collection and stuff like that. Like, I want to do like distortion pedal comparisons. I want to do cymbal comparisons. I want to show you guys how all the weird things I do with a 7 and 8 string guitar. Like, there's a whole lot of things that I need to express, and music has only been that way I've been able to express things. And doing videos, like, I love writing music and playing in a band and everything, but there's also a part of me that just needs to experiment and be creative and do weird things. Like running guitar pedals through a bass amp, seeing how they sound. Just trying out different cymbal stack combinations, showing you guys the custom gauge strings that I use, or how I customize my sets of strings. But in case anyone is wondering, I am still partnered with Collision. I am still partnered with Collision drumsticks. I hope I can stay with them for as long as I can. They've been great, super awesome people. I've told them about a lot of my hardships and what I've been going through, and they've been really cool and understanding. This is going to take some time. I am still healing. And it's taken me a lot to even do this. I hope things start to pick up traction more along the way with the more things that I do. I definitely don't expect this to be an overnight thing. But there's so much I want to show you guys. There's so much I want to show the world, and so much music I want to play. But also part of these vlogs that I want to do, I want it to be like reality content, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Not like a reality TV show, but like almost kind of like it, where it's like filming in real time in my life, if that makes sense. I think my next video is going to be of my drum kit setup. So a lot of you know that I am a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan, and I am a huge Rev fan. Jimmy the Rev Sullivan. I'm a huge fan of him. He's my favorite drummer of all time. And after all these years, I finally was able to set up my kit like his. That's always been a dream of mine, is to have, not to call it my own setup, but just to be able to sit behind his setup and play like how he played. And I actually just took my kit down and redid it So instead of 3 bass drums, it's a single bass drum setup right now. But I have the video of setting up the 3 bass drum kit, and I had it set up for quite a while. It's unfortunate that a lot of people took it way too seriously and way too literally. They thought that that was going to be that it was my permanent setup or anything. I was just doing it for shits and giggles. I was just doing it to have fun with, because I'm a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan, and I thought other people would have enjoyed it, but it turns out that a lot of people had problems with me doing it because it was, I don't know, I was showing off. Like, oh yeah, I'm the coolest because I got 3 bass drums. I was like, no, I was like, hey everyone, look, I'm doing a new setup because of the Rev. I want to like, this is how he did his setup. Like, this is almost the exact setup that he did. It was, again, it's just one of those experimenting things that I want to do on this channel. And actually, that's actually a really cool idea. Do different drum kit setups and play on them for a while. Don't just do a different setup and do one video, but actually have my kit set up that way for a while. Get used to it. Try something different. But in case a lot of people are wondering, I actually started as a guitar player when I was 5. And I ended up picking up drums when I was like 12, 13, because I had my best friend at the time. He played drums. So we had a guitarist and drummer duo. He was like my best friend at the time, and we were just always jamming, always making music, but he started to lose interest in playing music and playing drums and stuff, so I was left with the situation of, well, I'm a guitarist, what do I do for a drummer? And my only solution was, well, if I can't find a drummer, I guess I'll become one. So at least if I write my own music, I can write my own drums. And that's where that's where my playing was born. I had a drum kit. I actually had a drum kit before I got my first guitar. My sisters actually ended up getting a drum kit for Christmas. And I was so upset because I didn't know I was allowed to ask for drums. As funny as that sounds. So, like, my uncle played drums, my other uncle played bass, they had a band. And we would go over my uncle's house, the drummer, and, you know, all the kids wanted to play with the drums and stuff like that. And my sisters, they were one of the oldest ones in the family, so my sisters wanted to play drums. My dad talked to my uncle, got a drum kit, but my sisters never played, ever. They never picked up the drums once. So the drums just ended up sitting around and stuff, and so when me and my buddy jammed, I had a drum kit here. And it eventually led to adding on all these extra drums, all these cymbals, all these old Zildjians and cracked Wuhans and everything. Then we got his drum kit over here. We made a giant double bass kit. Oh man, I still have that picture somewhere. Just a lot of good times. But it's again, it's just about experimenting and having fun. And I want to bring some of that back to the channel. I don't want people to take me too literally, and as much as serious as I try to be all the time, I don't want people to take me too seriously. But at the end of the day, that's just the world that we live in now. You're judged for your quality, especially if you're making content. And that goes so far, that goes so deep into everyone's normal lives that people are more worried about what this person has and the quality of how they live versus of how they actually are as a person. Like, that kind of concept goes so deep into our society right now. And it's one of those things that shouldn't matter. Because you have all these people, like, we're in a day and age now where everyone can be a content creator. Everyone can be a content creator just from their phone. 10, 15 years ago, you had to have a camera, a computer, some kind of software for either film or audio. You had, and not to mention if you play an instrument, then you got to get all the stuff for your instrument. So if you play drums, you got to get drum mics, you got to get good drum skins, you got to get decent cymbals. If you play guitar, you got to find a way to run your guitar into an interface. You got to learn how to run a guitar direct in. And everyone's so worried about having their quality so perfect that no one's even taking the time to recognize that people are, like, still learning. You have these people trying new things, but people would rather just shit on them and dog on them and all this other stuff instead of helping, reaching out and being like, hey, I see what you're trying to do. And yeah, I've had people like that before. I've had people with my drum covers being like, hey, your playing's really good, your fills are really good, just something you're doing is off. And it wasn't me personally. It was an editing thing that I was doing. And coming from someone that was a high school dropout, didn't take any kind of computer class or any kind of photo class or anything like that. But anyways, guys, let me know how your guys' year has been. 2025 was supposed to be my year, was supposed to be like my year. And it ended up being the complete opposite. And like I said, I'm still healing, I'm still hurt, I'm still emotionally damaged. But I'm trying to pick myself up and dust myself off and trying to rediscover myself and rediscover my passions and rediscover the things that make me happy, and finding new goals or rediscovering old goals. But this is definitely going to be the first. This is the first of my vlogs that I'm going to be bringing back. If I wish I still had some of my old videos, or I'd repost them. But nope, looks like we're going to have to start over again. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking this out and hanging out with me and everything. I know I'm probably talking to nobody, but again, this is more for myself than anybody else. So keep an eye out for any videos or anything. I want to be more consistent. I know I've said that before. I know I've made these videos before. I'm hoping this time is different. It feels different, but I need to do it. I need to do more. I need to take that next step. I need to be more consistent. But anyways, guys, if you have any ideas for any videos that you may think are cool, so if you have any thoughts on new gear or anything that's coming out, or any questions for me, I would love to start building a community of people where I can reach out to you guys and say, like, hey, what do you guys think about doing this video? And you guys say, yeah, that'd be cool. No, that's not gonna really be worth it, or that's gonna be dumb. But anyways, guys, I'll leave that there. I feel like I've rambled on long enough. I just want to keep trying to put myself out there, and that's all that I'm trying to do. But anyways, guys, thank you for checking this out. I promise to be more consistent and to keep posting videos and stuff. Alright, thank you guys for sticking around. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll see you guys later.